This little Brewer 6105 is going for 16,000. It's actually in fairly good nick. We've not really got any paint chipping. This is going to be doing a lot of field work. It's not a massively fast tractor. It has a maximum speed of about 15-16 miles per hour. So it's going to be useful for doing all of sort of our field work and things. It was just too good an option to miss out on. Hello and welcome along and welcome back to No Man's Land. And today we're down at the shop. We're starting down here because I have been alerted to something that is of great interest to our farm. And that is this. Look, we have something in the used sales that is actually quite useful to us. This little Brewer 6105 is going for 16,000. How much is it off? It's got nearly 60% off it. It has on it already, how many hours? 19 hours, so it's not too old. It's in pretty good nick. It's 34 months old. Yeah, it's got 100 horsepower to it. So it's a great little track to take some strain off our Massey, especially until we can afford something a little bit more. It only has regular tires on it. I'm going to put the Michelins on. I don't think we can. Yeah, we can only put standards and wides on here. I wouldn't like to try and do any spraying with this anyway. So we're going to put the Michelins on with the wide tires. We are not putting GPS on a tractor like this. But I do need to put a number plate on it. I think we want VF 004 on this because our car is 1, our tractor is 2, our combine is 3, so this is 4, and we've got NM for No Man's Land. So there we go. We will put it on back only, license plate type 1. Yep, there we go. So okay, that, and yeah, let's buy this little tractor. 16,000 is really good for a second tractor on our farm. There we go. 17,000 in actuality. Yeah, we're going to grab our nice little new tractor and we are going to get this back up to our farm. Look at that. We've got a new tractor and it hasn't cost us the earth to do it. This will be really useful for doing grass work and for transporting stuff and things like that. So yeah, it's going to be really useful to take some strain off our Massey and to spread the load a bit. And we're now able, if we want, to get a hired worker doing some work on our farm, which is brilliant. Now look at this tractor. It's actually in fairly good nick. We've not really got any paint chipping. The repair level of it is around about 75 to 80%, so it's in pretty good nick from that point of view as well. And let's just check. We did we have a number plate on our combine at all? It doesn't look like it. Might have to rectify that. But yeah, this is our 4th piece of kit on here. So yeah, this is going to be doing a lot of field work. It's not a massively fast tractor. It has a maximum speed of about 15-16 miles per hour. So it's going to be useful for doing all of sort of our field work and things. We can then have our little Massey here handling a lot of our other bits and pieces. Now, because it's not particularly fast, what we're going to do is actually park it up here for the rest of the day. It was just too good an option to miss out on. It's going to be really, really useful to do our grass work, this tractor. And also, when we are doing bales and loading bales up and things onto the trailer, we can put this on the trailer to move that about easy enough. I think we'll then have to put the Massey on later. Yeah, it'll be quite a useful little tractor to help move trailers about and do bits and pieces like that. Now, we need to probably get some money in from this as well. I need to therefore go and look at our other recent bit that we've got, which is our gardens. They are producing stuff really, really well. How well? Let me show you. First, though, we're going to need to hook this up. And get our bits sorted. I have sorted manual attach. If you saw yesterday's video, lots of people pointed out in the comments that it's actually just a case of all of the key bindings being reset. So yes, on all my mods, all the key bindings have been reset. I have now sorted those out and got them into the right bindings again. Look at the number of tomatoes we have on here. This is amazing. So we're going to be selling tomatoes today. And then we're going to be trying to put them into the trailer sideways on. So try and get them in like that. What I'm going to need to do, though, in order to do that is go and get my truck as well. So we'll bring this up here and hook this up to our trailer. We've got a few bits of lettuce. We've got lots of tomatoes. We've got lots of potatoes as well. So I want to keep things running fairly nicely. We'll hook this up to our trailer. And this is the thing, I'm not too worried about our new tractor not going very fast, because it really isn't its job to do lots of transporting. It's very much going to be the ploughing and the field work and things like that gets used for. Giving our Massey a bit of a break. There we go. Open our thing. And yeah, we should be able to, I think, get two of these in side by side. Someone was saying that last time that I wasn't really using the space I had in the trailer to the full effect. So rather than going straight on this time, what we're going to do is we're going to pick this up from the side here like that. And I'm hoping we've got enough weight on the back of this Massey to get these in here. The potatoes, I think we're going to have to load onto a trailer to transport. They are really heavy, and yeah, the trailer doesn't like carrying those. Tomatoes should be fine though, as should the lettuce. And it kind of makes sense to be putting the produce, the smaller produce in these. Oh wow! So already we've got a second one of these out. Maybe I'll have to put them in one by one, because at the moment, this is just going to keep producing more tomatoes as we move them out the way. Or we just back this off, wait for it to drop another one in, because it should do. And when it does that, at least I think it should do. Let's have a look. These gardens are really good. No, we're not storing any tomatoes at the moment. It has dropped another one though, so that's good news. We got a fair few of these to load up and put in here, and they should get into the trailer fairly easily. Let's line those up. It doesn't matter too much because we're going to drive up and try and grab both of them at the same time, so they'll get lined up just purely by me putting the forks in to grab them. Get our forks in the right place. Pull them up a little bit. There we go. And yeah, it is pushing the tractor's nose down a little bit, but otherwise I think we're okay. And side by side, yeah, look at that. We can get 2 pallets into here. Perfect. So what I'm going to do, because we're going to have to push them towards the back, we'll unload these here. We'll put the pallets on the next set of pallets on the top, and then we can push those pallets to the back before we put the next lot in. Right, I've got both sets of pallets in, so we're just going to take the whole lot and push them to the back. There we go. Or push them as far back as we can. What we'll then be able to do is get another couple of sets of pallets and load them on as well, and then push the whole lot towards the back. Should work fairly well for us, I think, and just load this up. It holds a good number of pallets, this, but we are producing a lot of pallets at once. Getting these forks on these pallets, though, can sometimes be a little bit tricky. There we go. Got it. Let's get another stack on here and get these loaded up. And in with the second set of pallets on the top. Those, yeah, right back. Like that. And then we'll come in a little bit higher. There we go. And just try and push those as far back as they'll go. I think that is as far back as they'll go. So we can't fit... Yeah, we can't fit any more on that. Now, will this... I don't think this actually locks down. What I do want to do is we'll close this up. And close it up. There we go. And then we're going to need to move the tractor out of the way, because what I want to do is get the rest of the tomatoes into the flatbed of our truck, and then any space I have left, I will probably put the lettuce into. So we'll back this up here. We've got one thing of honey so far. I'm not worried about selling the honey off yet. But it's going to be very much a produce heavy day today, I think. Getting all of this done. I'll pull this forwards. Like so. We'll undo our straps. I think we got those strapped up from last time. Off and off. Right. And then we'll come in here and we can create a stack of 2 of these here. And then when we've done that, what we can do is get that... I think that stack will go behind the wheel arches at the back. So, yeah. Pull that up. Stack it like so. Maybe a little bit further there. Right. And then we'll come in from the side and take this stack and put it onto the rest of our into our truck. His truck is really good for our small garden setup here and us making money off it. Does take a little while every so often just to go through and do this. We know we've got plenty of storage space though in these as well. So if we've got like the potatoes at the moment where it is fully loaded, it doesn't matter so much. Get out of my potatoes, dear. It won't matter so much because we know it will store, and we know we can make a big thing later from that. And in fact, when our best time for us to sell potatoes? Let's have a look in here. Potato sales, price fluctuations. We're looking at a December sale for these anyway, so we're quite a way off. We want to hold on to the potatoes for a good long while, and then we might just empty them into a... Well, we'll either stack them up on our flatbed or empty them into a trailer and go and sell them in December when we'll make a whole whack of money off them. At the moment, the price for tomatoes is not great. It is sort of about halfway-ish. Lettuce is similar. It's not massively down. 1,800 and 893. So yeah, we've still got fairly good prices for these at the moment, so I'm not too worried about selling these right now. Just trying to get them into the trailer though. That is the trick. Oh wow. Okay, this might not be as easy as I thought. I want it right on the ends of my forks. And there we go. Now it will fit behind my cab. Like so. And then we should be able to fit a couple of these in as well. stacking them similarly. They'll go between the wheel arches, and then we might even fit one more at the back. I think we have managed to do that in the past. So we'll see how that goes. Bring it up and in. Don't think. I'm not going to go a third stack high on here. But yeah, we haven't got enough space, unfortunately, to get that last lot of lettuce in here. It's just... Actually, no, there is a way, isn't there? No, I don't think there is. I don't think I can. I was looking at it and thinking maybe I can. I think it would be pushing it. I have fit more than this in before, and I'm not sure quite how I did it. But yeah, the lettuce we've got here, we'll leave that up here for now. I do not have a full stack of eggs or anything yet, so yeah, we're in fairly good place. Let's close up our tailgate, reverse this up like so as well. And then we can connect that up. And yeah, let's go see how much this lot is worth, and whether this will pay the 16 grand we've just spent on this new tractor, or 17 grand we've just spent on this new tractor. Here we are, up to the sell point. Oh, it's really challenging the brakes on our truck, but we're in. We're selling. I think it's selling from the trailer as well. Yes, it's selling from the trailer as well. So how much is this going to make? There we go, 6,335 with everything emptied. That is a decent amount. I'm quite happy with that. Let's get all of those undone. Right, and then we'll head back down. So we're back up to 11,920, and we do still have quite a bit of stuff that we can sell. We've got that thing of lettuce. We've got some honey. I don't know what the price of honey is like. I did do a quick check on the way back, and the price of honey is actually quite good at the moment. Looking at it here, it's 1,769 on the way up. Best price is 2,021. So we got the ability to hang on for a little while, I think, with the honey and wait. We've got nowhere near enough eggs yet. The only one that I'm looking at and going, wow, we've got a lot of them, and we might need to make some space, is the potatoes. But as I was saying, potato best price is a long way off. So I think as far as all of this is concerned right now, we're best off kind of leaving our productions where they are, letting some more honey build up, letting some more lettuce and everything build up, when we are not desperate for the money. So it's not something I'm overly worried about. We do need to go and put our truck back though, and what I think we'll do is we'll get our new tractor out, get some water into our greenhouses and gardens, because we could always do with that. And actually, you know what, I'm going to park this by the house, and then we'll go and bring the Massey back. And yeah, we might need to do a trip down to the shop today, grab some more seeds and some more fertilizer and things, and top up our gardens a little bit more as well. So let's pop around here and jump into this. Start her up, and yeah, we can then just pop this on our water tanker here and do a few runs around with this, because yeah, again, perfect little tractor for sort of running around a bit and giving, well, taking a little bit of strain, as I said, off the Massey. Also fits in with our sort of rustic setup here quite nicely. Look at that. Up we go with the water, and we can get our gardens and our greenhouse nicely filled up and fully operating. Okay, we'll start with our tomato one. We'll go and have a look at where our water stands on all of this. So set up on here, we currently have, so we're doing tomato seed and solid fertilizer. We currently have 4,466 litres of water, which is fine. We could do some more seeds. We could do some more solid fertilizer. And that is probably true of our potato one as well. In fact, yeah, we want to put seeds and solid fertilizer in here and produce more. At the moment, we've got a few potatoes in store. We can store so much potato here, though. But I want to switch to this production because that will increase our potato production quite a bit. Then our greenhouse, we do want to switch out this greenhouse at some point. So maybe when this gets to maximum again, or when we run out of water in this, and this runs out. So we're not going to refill this. Let this run out, and then we will go and switch this to a more productive greenhouse. But at the moment, yeah, I want to switch potatoes over. So we need some seeds and fertilizer, and we want to put water certainly in our potato setup because that is getting a bit low. So we're going to do a couple of trailers worth on each, and then we'll go down to the shop. We'll see if we can afford some more seeds. Let's empty this out. There we go. Doesn't take very long to empty this small trailer. I think we might need a bigger water trailer. How much is the bigger version of this water trailer? Let's just have a quick look at that. Be under animals, I think. Is that the one we've... Yeah, that's the one we've got. So 8,000. We could actually go for the larger water tanker. Holds 6,000 litres instead of 2,000. I think that might be a better way to go. But I think we need to bring a bit more water in first. It will save us a lot of trips doing that, though. This little tractor is working great. I've had it do 2 tanks so far. We've done 1 tank into the tomatoes and 1 tank into the potatoes. We're going to put a second one into here now and unload that. There we go. And then we can check on the status of these. Doing really well. I'm very happy with how they're going. As I said, though, we want to switch our production of potatoes here. Speed them up a bit. Produce extras by going with these seeds and solid fertilizer. It's about twice as fast with less water when we're doing that. So, yeah, it should work really well for us. Okay, we're going to go and drop this water tanker back at the farm. And I think we'll put the flatbed on and go and get a couple of bags of fertilizer and a couple of bags of seeds. And that should allow us to start getting the potatoes running at a higher production rate than we are at the moment. Now, buying a couple of bags of seeds and fertilizer is going to cost us a fair amount of money. It's about 2,000 per bag of fertilizer and 800 per bag of seeds. So we're looking at spending shy of £6,000 on here. I don't think we've not got any modded ones in. So yeah, 2 of these is going to cost too much because that's 8 of them. There we go. 3,640. I nearly had a heart attack then. 3,640 for 2 bags of fertilizer, and then 2 bags of seeds is going to be 1,600. So by that, yes. So we're down to 6,680, which isn't the end of the world. That'll keep our farm running fairly nicely. With that kind of cash kicking around. Doesn't mean that we can't suddenly buy a new tractor or anything, but we're good for tractors at the moment. Now that we've got that cheap brewer for 17,000, we should be pretty good. We've got enough to keep us going fairly well, and we can just the cash flow issues that we had the previous year just now are not something that we've got a problem with. We can now afford the stuff that we need to, and by the time we're looking to buy more stuff, we will have more money coming in. because we've got a good regular yearly income on the farm now. And someone was asking the other day in the comments, sort of saying that none of my series seem to get to the point, or they can't see where in my series I'm gonna get to the point where I'm, you know, I'm making money and I'm actually building myself out. We are at that point on here. We no longer need to spend lots of money to get ourselves going forward. And if we just farmed the land we had now, we would eventually get out of debt. We could just keep paying the debt off until it was clear at this point. However, we want to do that a little bit faster. So this is why I'm not just taking the money we've got and paying down this debt constantly, because we can use the money we're making to expand the farm to pay that off quicker at this point. So that's what I'm trying to do, and trying to make the most of what we have in order to do that. And we should end up with a really big crop of potatoes by the end of the year that we can then sell off and make a huge amount of money on, and expand the farm, and, you know, just make things work more and more for us as time goes on. Right, there we go. That is all loaded up. Let's get this lot back to our farm and back down to our gardens so that we can get those potatoes producing faster and therefore get more money in for them at the end of the year. I really think this is going to be a bumper year for us on the farm this year. We are so well set up to get extra cash in and extra money in, and make a really decent profit. There's all of these, the two gardens and the current greenhouse we've got are producing well. The chickens are producing well. We've got a nice amount from them. We're going to get a boost in our canola crop from having the bees making the honey, and of course the honey will make money itself too. Oh, I did not like that. And yeah, it's just sort of all over gonna be, everything we're doing now is gonna be bringing in money, and very little of what we're doing is just spending it. One thing I am very aware of though is the new pallet limit that came in with 1.4. It's part of the reason why I'm not moving the potatoes out of the way until we sell them, because we know the pallets will spawn in here, but we want to make sure that we don't end up with too many pallets kicking around. We already have another pallet of tomatoes here, which is quite something. So yeah, it's just a case of keeping the number of pallets down, trying to make sure that we only have pallets about really when we want them, and making sure I think it's unlikely we're going to hit that 100 pallet number, but it's still one of those things that I'm aware of, and I want to avoid. If I've got enough stuff kicking around, then we don't really want long-term pallet storage around here. Right, we're going to park this up though, because although it's only 3 in the afternoon, there's not really much more to do on our farm. We will check out the productions quickly and check on the status of those. And we need to actually switch the potatoes over to the larger production number. So let's do that. Drop that off. And I'm just going to park that here. So yeah, let's head back over to the garden, and we'll just pop into the gate here and into here. Right, so we want to change the production on this here. So deactivate that potato production and activate that one. So yeah, 192 at 48 cycles a month. It's a little bit more difficult to see. But yeah, we should end up with a lot more potatoes coming out of here now. 2,000 litres of seed and fertilizer in there. It is in the red. But those are okay. We're probably going to need to put some more seed and fertilizer in for the tomatoes soon in order to keep those functioning well. Lettuce, yeah, as I said, we're trying to get this water to run down, so we'll let that just run. All in all, though, I'm pretty happy with this. We are nicely set up. We don't have any work to do on our farm for a while. How is our crop doing? Our canola is growing very nicely, and nestled in there, we've got our beehive, so that is producing honey rather well. All in all, I'm quite happy with this and how it's all working. So with that, I'm going to leave this here for today. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.